Hey everyone, this is Steven here, back at it again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be comparing current sports card prices to sports card prices from 5 years ago. But before we get into that, if you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more in the future, please feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe. So now that we got all of that out of the way, we can get into the actual video here. I did want to say that I hope everyone is having a great Sunday and weekend so far. Another thing that I want to mention is that this video is actually sponsored by Card Ladder, which is one of my favorite sports card market tracking tools out there. I'm just kidding, guys and gals. This video is not sponsored by Card Ladder or anyone else. I actually just started a free trial for Card Ladder, mainly just for the video today. I'm probably not going to continue on with them, but that is the tool that we will be using for today's video. And the main goal and purpose of today's video is to take a look at some more iconic sports cards and take a look at the prices that they are currently selling at as of January 9th, 2022. And then we're going to be comparing that to what they're selling for 5 years ago. The main reason why I thought this video would be fun, but after looking at some of the data, it actually is kind of sad how cheap some of the cards were 5 years ago, or more so how expensive some of the cards are now. But the main reason why this video came to mind and why I thought it'd be fun is because I've been tracking this 1954 Topps Hank Aaron rookie card. Now this is a card that's been on my radar for quite some time now, and I do want to eventually pick it up, as it is currently a bucket list card for me, but it's just so expensive right now. This one is in a PSA 4, and as I've been tracking this card, I regularly think, like, what would this card cost 5 years ago? So if I was collecting 5 years ago, what would this card cost? So then I actually did the research, found out the amount it's selling for, and then that got me thinking that it would just be fun to take a look at some of the more iconic sports cards within the hobby and just take a look at what the cards are currently selling at now and then compare that to what they were selling for 5 years ago. Another thing I wanted to mention before we get started here is that I did hand select some more iconic sports cards. And I'm not trying to say that the market trends are going to continue or anything like that. I'm also not trying to say that every single sports card within the market has appreciated as much as some of the cards on the list. I am just going over a handful of cards here that have actually appreciated quite a bit over the past year. But I'm going to start off with the card that I've been eyeing, Hank Aaron, and we're going to go with his 1954 Topps rookie card. This one is in a PSA 4, and the last card recently sold for $4,875. So again, a very expensive card in a PSA 4, but again, a very iconic rookie card of one of the greatest baseball players of all time. So the current price is $4,875. But let's take a look at how much this card sold for 5 years ago. And it looks like the starting price 5 years ago was about $1,681. So that is actually a rate of growth of about 190% over the past 5 years. So a pretty big increase for the Hank Aaron rookie card. Let's take a look at some more iconic sports cards and see how they've done over the past 5 years. Next up, I have this 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James rookie card. This one is going to be in a PSA 10. And for this card, the current price, or the last sold price, was $11,400. So a very expensive card currently. Again, $11,400 for the last sale. 5 years ago, you could pick this card up for $910. So that is a 1,152% growth over the past 5 years alone. And then at one point, this card actually sold for around $40,000, and that was in the peak of the basketball card market at the beginning of 2021, so close to a $40,000 card sale. And again, this was a card that you could pick up 5 years ago for $910. So a pretty big rate of return for this LeBron James Topps Chrome rookie card over the past 5 years. Next up, I have this 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James rookie card, but this is the refractor, so this is the same image, just a refractor variation, so this one is going to be more limited. And this one is also going to be in a PSA 10. So this card recently sold for $77,500. So again, a very expensive card. But 5 years ago, it looks like you could pick up this card for $4,375, which is a rate of growth of 1,671%. So again, massive gains for LeBron James and his Topps Chrome rookie cards. And it looks like at one point this card sold for $286,000, which is pretty crazy considering you could pick up this card 5 years ago for just $4,375, which is still quite a lot of money, but it's nothing compared to the $286,000 that it sold for at one point. The next card and player I have here is Mike Trout, and I have his iconic 2011 Topps Update, and this is his base rookie card in a PSA 10. The current value or price of this card is $2,500 in a PSA 10. About 5 years ago, you could pick up this card for only $162 in a PSA 10, which is pretty crazy. That is a rate of growth of about 1,443%. And at one point, this card sold for about $7,425. Again, that was in the peak of the sports card market in early 2021. So a $7,425 card in its peak is now currently selling for $2,500, but 5 years ago you could pick it up for just $162, which is pretty crazy. Now sticking with Mike Trout, I'm going with a more limited card of his 2011 Topps Update. This is his 2011 Topps Update Gold rookie card in a PSA 10. This one recently sold for $20,400, so a very expensive card. But 5 years ago, you could pick up this card for $1,425, which gets us a rate of growth of 1,331% over the past 5 years. So again, massive growth for Mike Trout and his rookie cards over the past 5 years. Next up, we have another very iconic card. This is Michael Jordan, and this is his 1986 Fleer rookie card. This one is in a PSA 9 because the PSA 10s were pretty outrageous in pricing, so I just wanted to go with the PSA 9, a little bit more reasonable, but still an extremely expensive card. The current price of this card is $22,500, so again, a very expensive card. At one point, this card sold for about $90,000. Again, this is a $22,000 card currently, but 5 years ago, you could pick up this card for $3,200. So your $3,200 investment is currently worth about $22,500 over the past 5 years, which is a rate of growth of about 603% over the past 5 years. Next up, I have the 2000 Bowman Chrome, and this is Tom Brady's rookie card in a PSA 10. The current value or price of this card is about $19,200, so again, another very expensive card. 5 years ago, you could pick up this card for $1,083, which is a pretty good investment if you were able to pick up this Bowman Chrome Tom Brady rookie card in a PSA 10 5 years ago. That is actually a rate of growth of about 1,675% over the past 5 years. Next up, I have another iconic Tom Brady rookie card. This is the 2000 Playoff Contenders, and this is actually autographed. So this one is in a Beckett 9 with the autograph of 10. So the card is graded a mint 9, where the autograph is a 10. And this is another extremely expensive card, the most expensive card on today's list. But the current price of this card is $108,000. So again, a massive card here. And the starting price 5 years ago, you could pick up this card for $6,830. So a $6,830 card 5 years ago, currently selling for $108,000. So again, massive gains for Tom Brady rookie cards over the past 5 years, as you can see by the chart here. Next up, we have this 1989 Bowman Tiffany of Ken Griffey Jr. This one is in a PSA 9. The current value of this card, about $1,500. This is one of the cheaper cards on today's list, which is still a pretty expensive card. But 5 years ago, you could actually pick up this card for $311. So we're still seeing some pretty high rate of growth over the past 5 years with a 382% gain. So that concludes the list for today's video. I did want to reiterate that I'm not saying that the market is going to continue to soar like we've seen in the past or anything like that. I'm also not trying to say that every single card within the sports card market has gone up this amount. I just handpicked some of the more iconic sports cards just to see how they've done over the past 5 years. This isn't for investment purposes or anything like that. This is just more of a fun video just to kind of track to see how some of these cards have done over the past 5 years. And I think after looking at some of these charts and graphs, we all wish that we could go back 5 years and pick up all of these cards if we had the funding at the time. I know I most certainly do, but that's kind of how these things go. But with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining and also informative. If you did, please feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe. Thanks, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.